Conflict in relationships, the role of arguments. Conflict in relationships occurs from time to time. Though this happens in all relationships, it becomes a serious issue, especially in a marital relationship. One thing that comes in the way of a conflict getting resolved is arguments. Arguments between a married couple is so common that it is considered a natural thing to occur. But the potential of an argument for destruction is very great. Unfortunately, many people do not understand the serious damage arguments can do to a relationship. An interesting thing about arguments is that each of the two partners listens to the other's argument. This act of listening is in sharp contrast to the commonly expressed grievance by many people that their spouses don't listen to them. So, it turns out that your spouse does not listen to you in the normal course, but will listen to you keenly when you start arguing. Unfortunately, this act of listening becomes even more harmful than the failure to listen to a spouse, in general. This is because the special effect an argument produces, conflict in relationships can, in many cases, be resolved by each of the partners discussing the issues openly. But let us see what happens when one starts arguing. The moment one person starts arguing, a small structure called amygdala located at the top of the brainstem gets activated and takes control. When amygdala takes control, it seeks to interpret a situation as good, bad, or dangerous, and the brain acts on this interpretation. Amygdala is responsible for emotional memory. And scientific research has concluded that amygdala triggers two emotions: rage and fear. Amygdala circuit also transmits information twice as fast as neurocortex, which is the thinking part of the brain. The panic triggered by the amygdala takes effect before rational thinking gets a chance to have a say. When rage and fear become the dominant emotions, the person starts exploding, losing control over what he or she says or does. The result is aggravation of the situation beyond repair. If you are at the receiving end of a bitter argument, amygdala takes over, and within a fraction of a second, your face will turn red and your heart will seem to be on the verge of leaping out of your chest. Unfortunately, our brain's architecture favors emotion over rationality. However, it is within our control to avoid situations leading to bitter arguments. Though many of us might have experienced that making up after a bitter argument does not fully erase the bitterness created by the argument, we may not be aware why this is so.